Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is, looking at my watch, it is the week, January 21st. This is the Squared Circle. I'm Hollywood J. Williams here. My brethren, the Professor and Dangerous Dan, are off on assignment this week.
Yes.
Right.
They're off on assignment this week.
They're on assignment. Location unknown, destination unknown. We'll leave it at that.
I think it's a strip club.
Probably. But I am here with the PAPW United States champion, Sergeant Murray.
Jay, how are you, brother? Thank
I'm
you for
great.
having me in. Thank
Absolutely.
You. Appreciate it.
Thank you for filling in this week.
Absolutely. No problem. My pleasure.
Right. Definitely. Anytime. So, we have a lot going on. PAPW.
Yes, we do.
A lot going on.
Yeah, we have
a lot of changes.
Got a lot of shaking and moving going on at the old Paradise Alley. It's been we had a little hiccup with our show in December, with the weather, and it wasn't just us. It was pretty much every independent show in the state shut down that weekend, because of the weather. And we didn't want to, again, it's just smart business. You don't want to hurt your fans and hurt your fan base. So we as a company made a conscious decision. Along with, it was mainly the school made a decision, and it turned out to be a good one. Mm-hmm. And so, again, next weekend we have the beginning. It's our first show of the year. Just so you know, if you do have tickets for that show, the tickets will be honored. If you had tickets from Jingle Brawl, they will be honored for the beginning. Tickets are also still available. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a really good time. It's going to be nice to get back up in front of the people. And, get back to the, as I like to call it, our home base of Joseph Malillo Middle School.
That is the home base.
Yes, sir. That's our Manhattan Center. That's our
right.
That's our our main arena.
Right, your center stage theater.
Yes, that's our theater, man. That's where we go, and it's a good vibe there all the time. The fans are very passionate. The crowds are really, really good. And, the kids have a great time. The adults have a good time. And that's what makes it all really worth it. Worth us doing this and breaking our behinds and having a good time with it,
Absolutely. What do they have in store?
Well, we have we have all three matches are up. I mean, all three titles are up. Holiday's title is up. House of Pain's got an open challenge. And I am wrestling this cat, the American Communist, Jack Sisko. He was at the first Friday Night Alley fight, wrestled Kenny Roberts, made a few statements. Again, it's a nice Saturday morning, so we're not going to get nuts. Mm-hmm. But again, like I said I've said it to Jack. I've said it, in a little promo I cut. The only numbers I care about are those 50 stars and 13 bars. He wants to be an American communist in this climate. That's up to him. But I know what I have. I know what I have to do. We're going to go in there. We're going to wrestle. We're going to come out on the other side with that United States Championship, staying right here.
Absolutely. And, why would somebody want to embrace communism?
Man, in this day and age, and again, a little shout out to my former government employees, y'all working in that government shutdown. Hold your heads up. You're going to get it on track. Y'all aren't getting paid, And again, there's your talk about communism. There's your fellow man, these people that work, corrections officers, your post office guy, your parks guy, your marshals. Dudes aren't getting paid right now. So you want to talk about that? There you go. Talking communism and talking about, shutting the government down. You don't do that in America. We never do that. So, but again, this kid's got this thing, man. He wants to embrace communism. He thinks this is what it is, and it is what it is. And so we're gonna figure it out. But hopefully we'll knock him around a little bit, knock some good old American sense into him, and maybe straighten him out a little bit.
Yeah, I think you can. I know you will.
His number. He's a big dude. I'm not gonna say he's not. He's a good sized dude. And again, I don't take anyone lightly. I've fought big dudes, I fought little dudes, and you take them all on the same you take them all on the same line. You don't ever underestimate your opponent, because that one little opponent could be the one that's going to get you, and you never want to do that.
Mm-hmm. You never take anybody lightly.
No. I mean, I don't care if I don't care if I outweigh you by 50, 60 pounds and I'm 4 inches taller than you. I don't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it should be. If you take that into consideration, you will have more fun wrestling, because it's going to be a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You will have more. You'll make the match better, because again, it's going to be a challenge. And so that's how I approach it. I'm old in the game. I didn't get in the game till I was a little bit older. I'm not like these young. I wrestled a kid last night that was 23. Another kid was there, was 20. My son just turned 21 today. Happy birthday, Jackson. And so I'm wrestling kids literally that can be my kids. And I say kids figuratively and literally.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to take every opportunity to make sure that I'm where I need to be. Went on vacation a little bit, had a little injury, got a little bigger than I should. So we got to go back down to square one. So it's into the training facility, into the gym, working hard, get ready, and just get ready to have fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's, to me, that's the whole thing, is having fun in the ring. I love to have fun. I love to go out there and entertain these folks, go out there and see the kids, and and that's what makes it fun. You guys come up, you guys are big support. You guys, other shows come up, support us, and you give us the opportunity, you give us a format to come out and talk directly to the people that, maybe not make the show, maybe want a little bit more of what we do. So it makes it fun for us. So,
It absolutely does. We love being a part.
Work with me, Jay. Come on, man. You gotta be a little quicker. Come on, boy.
We love working with you.
No, you guys have been good to me since day one in my early career. As a former character, as my original character, you guys were always good to me.
Oh, we remember that character.
Yes, we remember that character.
Yes.
And I'm very proud of him. But when we decided to make a left turn at Albuquerque and change it up, I think it was for the better.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, you guys been there since day one. You've seen the evolution of my character professionally. You see my evolution of my character personally, and ups and downs and the ebbs and the flows of this business. And so that's why it's not even a question if y'all ask me to come out and do a show.
Absolutely, we got a trip down memory lane for you.
Oh boy, where are we going?
We'll go to Diesel Mania too. Let's roll that beautiful footage.
Hey, I think I know some of those people there.
Is it rolling? We having technical difficulties?
I don't.
It's a still frame.
There we go.
All right.
All right. Yeah, there's Big Jim.
Big Jim Anderson. Now this is how you obtained this beautiful gold belt.
That's it. This is how we got the beast here, and that's what I call it, the beast, because this is what it's about right here. Oh, we're doing play by play. Oh, we're going into gorilla, but we're going gorilla. All right, here we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, I know the big guy.
You know the big guy.
I know that big guy right there. That's a whole lot of hoss right there, boy. That's a whole lot of hoss right there.
Mm-hmm. Now, remember back over the summer when the match was basically made.
Yes.
Right. Mario was out there cooking the hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You were all fired up and ready to go then. You could have taken him on right then and there.
It's there's no better feeling in the world. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, nothing like a sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
There's no better feeling in the world than getting out there and not taking a gut shot and getting out there and performing, and big Jim's throwing the meat hooks in there, and I'm not gonna lie, that hurts. Mm-hmm. he throws a pretty decent meat hook, and he's that's a big dude right there.
Right, we've had him on this broadcast before.
6'3", 315. That's a whole lot of human being. I mean, and I'm no little guy myself. I'm 5'11", 270, 285. I came back from a cruise. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I just got back off the boat, and got to dump some more weight. But when I'm a big dude. I'm a big dude, and you think you're big, and then all of a sudden you get a monster, and that's what happens. And you just have to deal with it. And yep, there it is, the kick to the face.
Right to the face.
Kick to the face. Ain't nothing like a good old kick to the face. Yeah, luckily none of the chiclets got loose. Everything stayed in there.
Everything stayed in there.
So at this point, I'm getting beat up quite badly.
What's going through your mind? You're like, well, he's got my number.
Run. Run. Please run. That's usually at that point, once you get body slammed by a guy that size, it's just like, geez, help me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think this was the 6 elbow death drop that I took. Yeah, that was the first one. And up, here we go again. And boom, there's the second one. Yeah, that left a divot. That left a mark. I'm not even going to lie and try and say it didn't.
No.
And then when you get manhandled by a large individual like that, it stings, And then, but, you got the rollout. Thank God, because if he'd have hit that one, it'd have been over. I honestly believe that. I think there might have been a crackage of the sternum.
But here you're getting up.
Yeah, we're getting to come back on.
Right.
Boom, clothesline. I got lucky with that. Caught him off his feet. Boom, got him with the second clothesline there. Trying to work that comeback through.
There you are.
Not
quite like Goldberg.
Not quite a Goldberg spear, but we got him. We tried to get it in there. I do look to Goldberg, as one of the guys that I like to emulate. You talk about your favorite wrestlers and who the guys are that you like to work through and work out of. If I'm going to pick a bunch of them, if I'm going to pick a few to make my guys, to make
Bill Goldberg right there.
Goldberg, huge Sting fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking Surfer Sting. I go way back. Surfer Sting. Starrcade 89, 90. Back then.
When he was a Blade Runner.
Yeah, when he was a Blade Runner. Big Austin fan. Again, even when he was the Hollywood Blonde, still a big Austin fan. This is some massive humanity right here. This is 600 pounds. You don't. That's 2 super heavyweights right there.
Mm-hmm.
That was something. 2 super heavyweights right there. One pulling another one up for a suplex. That was that'll knock your colon loose. Jeez, that's awful. But again, we did it twice too. That's right. Yeah, we did do that one twice. We did that one twice. Yeah. And that's when your colon officially comes loose. It might knock it loose. That's when it officially runs around inside of your guts. We got the kick out, though. Again, perseverance, adapt, overcome, conquer. Keep pushing. I mean, he is a beast, but you got to just keep
You
running.
just won't kick out.
No.
You will not stay down for a 3 count.
I can't. It goes against everything that I've done. It goes against
You're
everything.
You're gonna have to literally be unconscious, I think.
More dead.
More dead. Yeah.
More dead.
And then you'll think about it.
And then I'll think about it, yeah. Hit him with that back body drop, which finally, little hope. That's and that's your hope. That's where you're looking up through. You're like, okay, I think I can pull this off now. And luckily, I have a awesome fan base. My fans are probably some of the most loyal fans. And love to hear them.
They cheer like crazy every time you come out.
They cheer like crazy, man, and it's so good and it's so cool. It's such a rush that these people want to get into the game, get into the action, into the game, and they're passionate. East Haven fans are very passionate about wrestling, and
right?
It's not, and they don't care if it's the WWE, they don't care if it's TNA. They don't care if it's PAPW. They are just passionate about wrestling. I think this is the big setup. This might have been the time when it happens. There it is. Peacekeeper Doom.
I like that move.
That's the Peacekeeper. That's an ode to Sting. That's the Scorpion Death Drop.
Yes, it is.
That's an ode to Sting right there. We call it the Peacekeeper. When I was in the military, we had a vehicle, big armored vehicle we used to drive. It was called a Peacekeeper, and that's where that name for that move came from. So I'm very
big armored vehicle because when it came around the corner,
that's it. It was over, Johnny. It was it.
It's the Peacekeeper.
It's the Peacekeeper. So,
take that for what it is.
Yep, exactly.
And that was Diesel Mania too.
That was Diesel Mania too. That was the beginning of this rocket ship ride of the United States Championship, and that's why you call it corny, call it what you want, but the United States Army has a saying: "This will defend." This is my job right here. Mm-hmm. Back of my shirt says "Defending forever." This is my job. I will defend this title against all enemies, foreign and domestic. We're gonna wrestle this thing, and any chance I get.
It's symbolic for you.
Yes, it is, and it's life imitates art, imitates life. I was in the military. I was in the Air Force. I was a police officer. I was fortunate enough to serve during the first Gulf War and be deployed, and be in that. That was history. I got to see history, and it was an amazing, amazing time. I was a 21-year-old kid. I turned 21 during the first Gulf War. My son's turning 21 today in the winter. I turned 21 in the first Gulf War. So it's very weird.
I was young Hollywood back then.
You were young. You were pretty Hollywood back then. I imagine that's some good stuff. But yeah, so to be able to live out and do things, especially now, you get to become a wrestler. And, I remember sitting in the dorm rooms and watching, like I said, Starrcade 90 and watching,
the Chi-Town Rumble.
Yeah, watching Sting and the old Road Warriors from back when they were just complete savages. And, and I'll even go, and I can honestly say, I remember watching Roma and Herc and watching those guys run and seeing it. And then that, Mario wrestled The Undertaker in his first televised match. It's like
you saw Mario and Roma on television before you actually got a chance to meet them.
Yeah, and it's very weird. It's very weird, and you get awestruck because you're like, these guys. You got to remember, Roma's been to the mountain 3 times. He's been in 3 WrestleManias.
Right.
Can you say that?
I can say I've been in 0 WrestleMania.
Can he say that in the back in the back in the footage there?
I don't think he knows what WrestleMania is.
Yeah, I can't say that.
Right.
I mean, and again, I've got to do some pretty awesome things in my life between my professional career as what I do on the street and in this business so far. But 3 WrestleManias.
3. Not to mention working WCW.
And I'm becoming a member of the Horsemen, working WCW. Come on, man.
They don't just pick anybody.
No.
To be a 4 Horsemen.
No.
Well, Steve McMichael maybe. But,
yeah. Mongo maybe, yeah. But Mongo had a good gimmick with the dog. I like how he had the puppy. The puppy was cute. I can't deny that. And that's another thing too. I love Steve McMichael when he played with the Bears. I was a huge Chicago Bears fan that year. I mean, I'm a Raiders fan, but I was a huge Bears fan because I love Walter Payton, one of my all-time favorite football players. So you got sucked in to that Chicago Bears '85 team. You got sucked into all of that. The Fridge and Jim McMahon and all that. We're gonna go all over the place talking about everything, Jay.
Why not?
Just
first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning. So be ready. I know you probably got your that plethora of notes in that notebook of yours.
It's a huge.
You got. There's stuff there.
I've got so much to get to.
I know, folks. You don't understand what this man goes through for preparation for a show, but you look at it and you look at McMichael. Was he a great wrestler? No. But what did he have an awesome character and an awesome angle? Absolutely. Who saw that coming? That was a great angle.
The little dog.
You got a 6'6" monster that played professional football, won a Super Bowl ring, punched people in the face in Chicago. Mm-hmm. There's only other 2 people in WWE that can. In WCW or WWE that can say that. That was Road Warriors.
Right. They're right from Chicago.
Right from Chicago, Illinois, baby. Mm-hmm. So, Lex is from Chicago, too, isn't it? Doesn't he claim Chicago? Lex Luger? Does he claim Chicago?
I think originally
he claimed Chicago,
now
right?
it's Atlanta, but
originally when he came in, when he was that guy, he was originally from Chicago, Illinois, I think, yeah.
Yes.
Stupid. There's just stuff here for no reason.
He's been all over the place.
Yeah. But again, we're just PAPW is taking off, and actually, I'm doing a podcast tomorrow. Roma just did one.
Speaking of podcasts,
yes,
I do apologize it's taking this long.
What's up?
But the Big Event podcast is ready.
Oh,
it is. The only problem is it is in a certain file, and I am trying to get it up, converted or something like that, so it can be available.
No worries, brother.
Looking at Podbean or iTunes.
Okay. We had for all y'all don't know what the Big Event is. The Big Event is a signing, autograph show signing,
right?
And we went down there. These guys went down on their own, and we went down and with Roma and. Got to meet a lot of interesting people, see a lot of interesting people. And I just happened to be walking by, and they're like, "Oh, Sarge, come on, sit down." So did an impromptu podcast with the boys from the Squared Circle. Always a pleasure. Always make time for them. And
March 10th.
Yep. And then the next one's coming up is March 10th. But it was a good time to sit and chat with the boys, and we had a good time. And again, Ref Bill, love that man to death. Hoff, I don't know where Hoff's.
He's on assignment.
Oh, that's right. He's on assignment. Right. That's right. He's on assignment down to Scruples. I think he's doing an in-depth interview in Scruples in Bridgeport.
Yeah. It's classified.
Classified, yeah.
You don't understand. You appreciate that.
I would appreciate that. Yeah, I would appreciate that.
Right. Whereabouts unknown.
That's it.
Right. Taking care of business, protecting the home turf.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Right. Protecting the shoreline.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we look at it.
Mm-hmm. You have to do that.
You have no choice.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of
unsavory
characters out there.
Exactly. Right. Very good, sir.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Why don't we go back around? Let's say, what else do we have? It's kind of from the early part of last year. What do we got here? I believe this might be it. Continue watching now. We don't want that one. Let's try this one. Yep, there we go. Pardon me, folks. Technology nowadays.
That was that was right after the debut of the Boss right there, man. That was right after.
This is Invasion. This is from
January of last year.
About a year ago.
Yes, sir. About a year ago.
And there we have your arch nemesis there.
Yes, the powers of
the pyramids
of power. The old Saudi trust they started out at, but yep, the pyramids of power.
Right. Now these guys don't like America at all.
Oh no!
Don't even get them started. And every time I only interviewed them once, but it's like you could tell they just don't want to be here, and they always think they're getting screwed somehow because of who they are.
Yep.
I really doubt it's true. It's probably just an excuse.
Yes. As I wrestled with my boy RJ Rude. That was right before he became, well, not before he came, but yeah, I broke in with RJ. Broke into Paradise Alley wrestling with RJ. And
RJ's just starting to
and he's taking off, man. He's our Intercontinental Champion now, and he's representing hard. Mm-hmm. He's doing the right thing. He's representing hard, and I love it. I mean, he's having a ball, and that's all you could really ask for.
Been teaming with the returning Zane Bernardo here.
Yes, the returning Zane Bernardo. He took a little bit of hiatus. He took a little bit of took a little bit of a
A break.
a break, and he got himself ready to back to go in action.
Right. Looking better than ever.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks
Right.
good. You know, we've been at the training center and we've talked about him. We've talked a little bit, and he looks very good. See, that's my fans, man. Those fans are, and again, I say my fans. It's our fans, but boy, they are passionate. They love chanting USA. They love to be in there and getting it in and doing their thing, man. It's phenomenal, and it just makes us happy, you know, as a company and a fan base, and we have a lot of fun.
Right. Your fan base just keeps growing and growing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But I can't wait for you guys to be at the Mohegan Sun coming up.
Yeah, that was a big get right there, man. That was a really big get. That Mohegan Sun show, that was a big get, and we're really trying to tear the roof off of that place. It's going to be fun.
Do you know exactly where in Mohegan Sun
it's going to be in one of the ballrooms. It's not going to be in the arena. It's going to be in one of the ballrooms, and
we wish it was in the arena.
Oh,
would be awesome.
It'd be great to be in the ballroom. Mm-hmm. I mean, the arena, it'd be phenomenal.
Right. Even the Wolf Den would be phenomenal. But
yeah, we're going to be in one of those bigger ballrooms. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have plenty of space, you know. You know, we're going to have a really good time that night.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of room in there.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting carrying in the ring.
Yeah, well, that's...
Unless they have some sort of side doors.
Yeah, well, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. We'll have enough reason.
I can see all you guys going through where the slot machine.
Yeah, that would be great though. How great would that be to be running in through the slot machines? It would be a pain in the butt, but nothing to see here. This wrestling ring.
But it'd be pretty funny. You get a laugh out of it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm actually gonna try and lobby for that. Let's just walk through the main casino. Like, how you doing? Nothing to see. Walk by Johnny Rockets. I'll take a burger on the way back, please. Thank you.
Right. People look at the room and everybody like, who are these guys?
Yeah, what are they doing? I don't understand. What are they doing?
These are parts.
Yeah.
Like getting back to this here.
Yeah, we got the old collar. We went to the collar and elbow. Got a little arm wringer going. Mm-hmm. Here comes my boy. That little high-flying dude. Hair got longer. Wow, is it different with him now? Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed wrestling with RJ that night. I really enjoyed training with RJ too, because he's a little dude, and again, little dude, but he's a big guy. I think we jumped.
We did jump.
We jumped to empowerment. Oh, this is just me and the Sheik by himself. This is a singles match.
There's a singles match.
This is a singles match.
Right. Steve Tracy walking by.
Big Steve, the boss.
Uh-huh.
There he is. You know, these crowds, you know, I mean, it sounds quiet, but it's really not. They really,
right.
You know, they're getting into it, and they do get into it, and it's awesome, man. It really is a lot of fun with these folks.
Definitely. That program's pretty much been over with you and the Pyramids of Power.
Yeah, there's always an underlying
right.
There's always an underlying thing there, but no, it's you know we keep our distance. Mm-hmm. It's a respect. I beat that down and won it. It's we keep our distance.
Mm-hmm.
But
maybe you'll fight one day again.
I'll fight anybody, anytime, anywhere. That's what this belt's about.
Right.
So I mean I think you know that.
Protect and defend.
That's it. Protect and defend, baby. That's what we do. These guys always give me a big challenge. They always give me a lot of heat.
Right.
You know, and again, love wrestling them. I mean, not the fact of getting beat up, but I mean it's challenging to me. You know,
getting beat up is part of the job.
Yeah, and the thing is that I'm never going to say I'm the greatest wrestler, and never going to say I'm the most tactical wrestler, but anytime you have an experience and you can learn from a loss or a win or anything like that is advantageous for you. You know, taking constructive criticism, whether it's from Roma, the guys in the school,
Roma will give anybody constructive criticism.
Roma has no problem.
Right.
If you suck, you suck. But then again, he also gives you the opportunity and the advantage to fix it.
Right.
You know, and
if you suck, he'll tell you why you suck.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about Paul. He breaks everything down. He breaks it down to the point like, okay, this is how it is. This is what we're doing.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you why and how, and we're going to fix you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, occasionally we'll stop at the school.
Yep. You guys have been there.
Right.
You guys have been there and seen it, and this is how it works. And it's one of those things. Oh, and we're going to AJ Specter.
Now we're going to AJ Specter. This is a guy we actually saw last night.
Yes, he was there last night. He and I we exchanged pleasantries, and that was about the end of that.
Right.
His little trollop. She likes to get in the middle of things when she shouldn't.
What's her name now?
Mandy.
Mandy.
I believe Mandy Rose, but that little trollop likes to get in the middle of things. I let her know that I am not a fan of her at all.
No.
I told her that. I have no problems letting her know that. Mm-hmm. But again, this young kid AJ Specter, man, he's again
big in the New York area.
Yes, very big. Yup, right. and he was a very, very good opponent for me. He made me step up. He challenged my, a lot of stuff that I have. He made me bring up my game. Mm-hmm. And again,
it's an example of don't ever underestimate your opponent.
Yes.
Right.
That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want, again, it's when that stung. Can't even say it didn't. He got me on my momentum falling backwards, and that was a whole lot of weight. That's, 275 flailing backwards at 1,000 miles an hour. That's going to leave a mark. There ain't no getting around it.
Right. Don't ever underestimate your opponent.
Again, never. Right. And
because nobody's ever heard of this guy before.
Every opponent, I'm going to say every opponent except for Big Jim, I have literally outweighed between 60 and 100 pounds. I'm not over exaggerating. I'm not trying to make myself sound bigger than I am, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And is it the luck of the draw? No, it's just how everything works. And you just gotta fix it.
Right.
So, but
there we have it.
There you go. It's not a long career.
Right.
It's not a storied career, but
you give it a few years.
It's my career, and that's what I have, and I have fun with it, and that's all I can really do is have fun with it.
That's all you can do.
And but again, the training and the preparation is really what you have to knock down. And I fell off the wagon a little bit. Like I said, go on a family vacation, and you get a little. Them cruise buffets are rough, man.
We all fall off the wagon.
Fell off the wagon. I fell off it, got run over it, reversed back on me. It was horrible. Horrible.
Right.
But again, that's the upside of the school. Again, Rome and Mario and Perez and Big Steve, we have the tools available to fix everything. And for those of you that have been to the school, there's not a lot of equipment. No. There's not a lot of all this stuff. There's a ring, and it's amazing.
Ring with some posters on the wall.
Yeah, it's a ring with our shows up, and
there's a grill in there for when it gets warmer.
Yeah, we do. We will do that. We will. After training, we'll have a little grub. But right. It's a bare bones school. I encourage anybody that wants to train, that is thinking about becoming a wrestler, come down, get a hold of any of us. We're all on Facebook. We're all online.
Right.
Get a hold of us, and we will direct you. Roma and Mario are very fair. You know, they're going to let you know where you're at, and you know, we want new talent. That's why we're doing these Friday Night Alley fights.
There's a lot of faces there that I had never seen.
There's a lot of faces there coming in the last 2 shows there, and it's nice. It's nice to see other talent. It's nice to see people that want to work. It's nice to see the dudes that, again, share that passion. The kid I wrestled last night, Big Shay, he's like telling me a story how he drove to North Carolina and back in the same day for $50. That's wanting to be a wrestler, kid.
Yeah, I mean, that probably takes care of the gas.
That's wanting to be a wrestler.
Right.
And then got up 5 hours later and then wrestled in Maine on a weekend.
Which is probably another 8 hours, 7 hours.
2 hours. Well, he's in Mass, so 3 or 4 hours, I should say. 3 or 4 hours.
Mass, yeah.
He was on that corner. So, I mean, that's the kind of passion. You know, we're lucky enough that the school's right here. We don't have to drive all over. We don't have to go to Massachusetts up to Landry School or go down to the city to Johnny Rod School. And we have a school right here. And
unless you get other bookings, of course.
Yeah, but to be able to train here with everybody, and again, everybody wants everybody to succeed. Nobody wants anybody to fail, and that's another part of it too.
Right.
You know, it's not that cutthroat.
We got success stories from PAPW. Look at Mr. Marketable himself.
Yeah, we are
making moves.
Our champ is making moves. Our champ is making moves, and it is
Rhode Island, New York,
and there might be a bigger move getting made. We're gonna let that marinate. There's that little tease. There's that little tease that we talk about.
Company that, in addition to PAPW, we talk about here.
Yes, there is.
It's about to become marketable.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Yes,
on
it
February
is.
10th.
Yes, it is, and that's good stuff.
Right.
That's really good stuff, and we are.
He's gonna love working with those guys.
Yeah,
they're great. They're great guys.
And are we talking about the same company?
I think so. PVP?
No.
I'm talking about PVP. Who are you talking about?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
We're keeping this one quiet.
Yes, but there's an exclusive. There you go. You just got an exclusive.
Somebody going to be taking
Pinky swear though. No, letting that shit go. Pinky swear. You gotta let that shit step.
Well, was somebody hopping on a plane and going south? Let's just maybe.
I'm not gonna say south. I'm gonna say maybe driving.
Not on a plane, but
maybe driving north about 30 miles. But it's gonna, yeah.
Well, when these cameras stop rolling.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, but there's a little tidbit for you.
Right.
But yeah, we as a company are very excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you've mentioned it. I am one of the partners of Paradise Alley.
Right.
I handle the logistics end of it and making sure that everything gets to where it's supposed to be. But couldn't be happier. Couldn't be more proud. Proud daddy is Roman. Roman is like a proud dad.
Right.
You know, and that's
Uncle Mario.
And that's it. Uncle Mario, Papa Paul, Perez, Dad, you know, the Roman, you know, very, very proud. And it's good business. And that's what we always want. You know, we want that thing to move up. So
they're open Saturday mornings.
They're open right now.
Right.
The boys are there right now. I opted to since we worked last night, I opted to come here.
Right.
I'll get my work in later, but I had to come here, and glad I did. I didn't want to leave my man swimming solo. You know, again, you always have a buddy with you.
Yeah.
So we're running this show here, having a good time. I feel like I'm doing all the talking, Jay. You got to work with me a little bit. Come on. I know it's get a lot. I know you don't like to talk a lot, but I feel like I'm
first thing in the morning. Oh, I could talk.
I think my problem is that because of my job and what I do for a living is that I have to talk to people first thing in the morning.
Right. It's first thing in the morning.
Being
it takes me a while.
Being in my career field that I do for a living, I got to talk first thing in the morning. It just is what it is.
It is what it is.
So, but
no, you're doing really good.
But yeah,
you're
man,
helping out a lot.
That's
today.
That right there. That's it's good stuff. Really good stuff.
I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, absolutely,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. And he's broke his ass. Excuse me. He's broke his behind, and he deserves it.
He
really
definitely
does.
deserves it.
So
it hasn't been that long. Either.
No. And if y'all are watching this, maybe you're deciphering what we're saying, but we're not going to say it.
Right now,
we're gonna leave you hanging, but let you guess to your own devices.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know, and like I said, he's going to PvP. You know, he's been to XWA. You know, I'm shouting out companies I don't even get to wrestle for. But again,
you gotta go up to PvP.
I would love to go up to PvP. I'd love to go up and work for Leary. I'd love to do it.
That's Leary's Blitzkrieg.
Oh, Leary's Blitzkrieg. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
See, that's what I don't even know. I don't even know who runs what. But Tunis. I'd love to run up there and work. But again, I'm a little older. You know, I just turned 48, and you know, again, I've been adulting so long that when I got into the
guy that just lost the PvP title and had to retire, he was like 4,500 years old.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I got into this business when I was 44. I just turned 48 in November, and it wasn't supposed to be really anything more than just a fantasy camp that my wife got for me because I'm a fan first. Always, you know, you're always a fan first. And there's a great wrestler who's actually going to be gone almost a year, the Punisher, and we
remember seeing him at one of your shows.
Yeah, and the Punisher got me into this.
Right.
We went down to ECPW in Jersey, Gino Caruso's school, and that man taught me a lot about the business, taught me a lot about respect of the business, and he made me understand things, and that's how I got into this. And it was only supposed to be a goof, and next thing you know, I was. Again, we'll break down another wall because that's what we do. I was the corrector for 2 years, and I was a heel. I was a bad guy, but I had some really good matches with.
You were a heel, but you were a face too at some point.
Yeah, I was a heel with Jay Ice when we had our big street fight match. That was a good one, and but then like I said, the powers that be said we got an idea, and henceforth, Sergeant Murray.
Life imitates art.
Imitates life. Exactly. Imitates life. Exactly. And
the corrector represents a certain part of your life.
The corrector represents what I do every day. I'm not a dirty CO, though. Let's look at that fact. But that's what I do for a living. And so that's why Sergeant Murray represents a portion of my life. Again, that was true.
Right.
And it's just fun. And I get now to go out there and entertain people with my goofiness and my and scream and shout and beat my chest and, you know,
it works.
Drop an elbow or throw a spear and hit the peacekeeper and we keep going. You know, I don't know when I'll stop. Probably when Roma tells me to. I listen. Pretty much Roma knows. It's like Bo knows, Roma knows, and but when he says, you know, maybe you're done, then I'll listen to him. But right now, he's
not saying that.
He's not saying that. He's like, okay, you got to let's lose a little more weight. Let's get a little more gas and
get out there and go running.
And that's it. And yeah, I know. And that's the thing. When Roma puts his stamp on you and believes in you, you can't. All you want to do is impress him, and if you can do that, impress him and Mario and Big Steve and Perez, this is great. This is what you want as a professional wrestler.
You've impressed them, but
what you really want is their respect,
right?
And their you know, nod and wink and saying you did good, and that's this. Like I said, this is great. and this means the world to me right now. But to have those 4 gentlemen look and say, "You did it," that means that they'll never take away. You'll win and lose championships every day, and you don't want to,
respect.
but you'll have their respect, and that's something they can never take away from you.
Nobody's gonna have the belt for forever.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's gonna be the fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, I was going there too.
Yeah, okay, see,
you read my mind.
Nobody's gonna be a fabulous Moolah. Nobody's gonna be,
Hulk Hogan having the belt for a few years.
Nobody's gonna be the New Day. Nobody's gonna be Bruno. But when you get the respect of your peers and you get the respect of your bosses and that nod from your bosses, that's
what counts the most.
That's what counts the most. Absolutely. And they see that. When they see your passion and they see your guts and they see that's what you want, then you're giving them what they need, and they're letting them see that this is what you are.
Right. So this is the benefits right here.
Yeah.
Right.
This is just one of the perks. You get to be and wrestle.
Your hard work pays off.
Yeah. Hard work pays off. What Scott Hall say? Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad.
And give me a beer. I don't
know. Bad guys. Good. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. When he went into the Hall of Fame, it was something like that. It
was along those lines.
Something along those lines, and that's it. This is.
As Razor Ramon.
Yeah, he went in his razor. Yep.
He went in his razor. And
a big shout out to Bill Goldberg for being inducted this year. Again, one of my heroes.
You got to be psyched for that.
Yeah, I am. I'm a Mark. I don't care. I don't care. I mean, what's your name? Mark. Okay. How you doing?
Yeah.
We don't
touch on the WWE very much.
I don't care. I am that guy. I mean, I'm a fan. I mean, I'm a fan of professional wrestling. I'm a fan of WWE. I'm a fan of WWF. I'm a fan of WCW. I'm a fan of ECW. I'm a fan of TNA. Impact, whatever you want to call it. Ring of Honor. I love Ring of Honor.
The Jericho Omega match.
The Jericho Omega match was off the chain.
That whole card was 6 hours.
6 hours for one show, and they do it once a year. That's sick.
Right.
And
I couldn't fit it all in one day.
No, I watched the Jericho match on one of my days off when I luckily got to lay in the bed because I didn't have anything going on early.
Right.
And that's how I started my day with the Jericho Omega match. I'm like, okay, I can carry on with life now.
Right.
But I mean, Jericho, I personally, I know people say Jericho's a great wrestler. Jericho is Kenny Omega, I didn't know much about him. I'm not a big New Japan. I've become a big New Japan follower now.
Right.
Kenny Omega's pretty cool.
Well, ever since Jericho went over there.
Yeah.
People are following.
Yeah, and you don't want to
paying more attention to that.
And that's the thing. You don't want to be like the guy to Johnny Come Lately because you're going to hear that. People are like, "Oh yeah, I was a New Japan wrestler follower before New Japan was cool." You're probably right.
I think New Japan was cool anyway, but then
But you know as well as I do, that's how it usually happens. Oh, you're just following New Japan now because Jericho went there. No, you're absolutely right because New Japan wasn't on my radar. I'm not even going to lie. Yeah, so if New Japan gains a fan, because
what's wrong with that?
Of one match, that's what's good for business.
Mm-hmm.
It's like us, we brought in, we have PWA spotlight matches, and let me tell you something. Those PWA fans and those PWA wrestlers, very gracious people.
They're coming over.
Mm-hmm. Very good folks, and there's PWA chants in the crowd. Okay, but where's the crowd? In the Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling Facility. Think about it.
I'd like to see a supercard eventually. Maybe get you to work with PPW to work with. Maybe Blitzkrieg, maybe PvP, or maybe have like a Team Connecticut versus Team Massachusetts.
That sounds cool.
Maybe all those guys come down here and just invade a match.
Like an invasion. Yeah, you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
SmackDown kind of
yeah, thing. and I think it would work. I mean, we've had Leary on our shows. We've had
Haven't had Tunis on your show.
No, I haven't had Tunis. No, we've had Leary on our show. We've had Spectacular JC and Jason,
Right.
the 5-star, Tequila Rose. So we have people from Mass that come down and wrestle for us, and again, very professional. Love working with them, good folks, and you never know. You could find, you could figure something out like that,
right.
But
just get everybody to sit down and agree to something. That might be the hard part.
You'd have to get everybody to sit down and say what's going on. But again, I'll take that to the bosses. That sounds like a good idea. We could have a super card one day and make it a thing.
Not saying this year.
No, not saying this year. No, but we could
somewhere down the road.
Exactly.
Right.
Wrestling isn't dying. Wrestling's picking back up.
Right.
And that's the thing, especially with the indies now.
The indies are
the indies are the. Again, you want to make the big time. You want to make the big show, but
that's where it's at now because people were starting to realize that with WWE, it's like you're watching the same product over and over again, and it gets kind of stale.
And that's the thing. You look at these indie wrestlers. I mean, these guys are driving 100 miles for $20, but they're showing that passion.
Right.
And
it's a respect there.
And that says a lot for a wrestler that is that passionate and that brilliant about what he wants to do. And again, going to work every day and finding out that we signed that big contract in at Mohegan Sun in April.
Yep.
And people I work with are like, dude, we're getting can we get tickets? Can we go? I'm like, and it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a very good show. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of good times. But if I could,
right.
We're gonna
we'll be wrapping things up momentarily.
Let's let me see if I can find this the card. We could talk about the matches.
Yeah. Quickly,
if you don't mind.
This is
about
for
next. This is for next week.
This is for next week. Do it quick.
Well, we got first of all we have myself and Jack Sisko for United States Championship, which is American Communist, which is kind of silly,
right?
But we're gonna do that. And then you have House of Pain issuing an open challenge for their tag belts.
Don't know who could possibly.
That's just silly. We have Zane Bernardo and RJ Rude and Zanely Rude going against Matthias and Nutrius X in a last man standing tag match.
Yeah, that's became a volatile situation.
Yep, that took off really fast.
Yes.
We have Holiday. I believe he is wrestling Mick Drake again for the.
Who's Mick Drake now?
Mick Drake was one of the guys that was supposed to come in for the Jingle Brawl.
Right.
That did
and
not.
they just rescheduled the match.
And they rescheduled it.
January.
Yes. We have Above the Influence coming in. That's our That's our PWA Spotlight match.
That's Hippie Dickie Moon.
That's it.
And Moonshine.
And Moonshine McCready.
Right.
Yes, sir. I don't have. I'm looking through my stuff, trying to see if I have the rest of the card. I really can't find it, and I apologize. I didn't know we would go through that. But those are some of your.
But those are the you hit on the main points.
Yeah, your meat and potatoes, as we like to say. There's your meat. There's your meat and potatoes, and April is going to be our. April's the match in Mohegan. We're gonna go up there. We're gonna tear the tail end out of it and have a great time. It's already been. It's etched in stone. It's there.
Mm-hmm.
The date on that is
gotta make sure
April 21st.
Oh yeah, you're well past WrestleMania.
Yeah, April 21st is going to be the date.
Mm-hmm.
And
the warmer weather will be here.
Yeah, the warmer weather will be here, so we don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about driving in the weather up there to Mohegan Sun. And again, that's a big get for us because this guy is putting a lot of trust in us, and I know our fans are passionate enough that we'll be able to meet the capabilities and meet the sales that they want to bring in,
Right.
and the stuff they want to do. So I'm not really even concerned about that.
You know, one day you're in this ballroom today, tomorrow you're at the Wolf Den. You
or
never know.
or you're in the ballroom one day and then you're not.
Or you're in the arena in 10 years.
Yeah, and you don't want to be the not.
No.
And so and just for incentive purposes, in case you didn't know, Roma,
Yep.
putting on the tights.
That's incentive right there.
Mancini
Putting on the tights.
putting on the
You
tights.
don't see that too often.
No, you do not. So
I'm excited.
So
for next week and for April 21st.
Yes. You know, we're gonna be doing a lot of alley fights too. So y'all come on down and check the website, check the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, the interwebs, and you'll see it.
Absolutely. We're done.
Hopefully I didn't ramble too much for you.
That was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you weren't around, I was just